Could Levi or Danger be a no-show at the final round of Super Duper? Hey everybody, Walty Wanderers, buckle up, strap in. We got a hard-hitting pull, no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows or sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Welcome to the show. I hope everybody's doing great. Let's jump back on the moto merry-go-round and examine the good, the bad, and maybe a little bit of the ugly.
No, Walty, not the ugly. Only examine rainbows and sunshine and the tough block problem.
No. Somebody's got to read between the lines and look. Between the industry ruts, we got some ruts to look through today. Welcome to the swimming pool. I hope everybody is doing great. So this is a good one. I was thinking about this a little bit. I've reported on this before. Something was going on with Danger and the Deegan camp, and they're just not really digging the environment right now in the industry. And it's become pretty clear. And even a lot of the other riders, clearly Levi Kitchen isn't necessarily enjoying it that much either. Now, typically, it's funny because you have these two polar opposites between Jet, who was the Wonder Boy, the chosen one, the Moto Messiah, against Danger Boy Deegs, the full send up-and-comer. It was set up to be this clash of the two titans, and that's the way that they're going to bill it. They'll continue to bill it, and it's probably rightfully so. But the reality is this: they're both two completely different personalities, and I don't think he wants to be in the 250 class anymore. And after what just happened last weekend at round 2, I doubt he wants to be any part of that even more. The challenge is, and we'll be asking it, and we did ask a few other questions, so if you're new, throw an open face and pull a fresh pair of tear-offs because the roost tends to fly. Jump over to the community page of the Walty Wanderers YouTube channel and participate in some of the polling and get into the bench racing in the comments because it is gnarly in there. The reality is this. I don't know how much Danger Boy is going to be able to use the techniques in terms of running his mouth in the 250 class when he gets to the 450s. That's a whole different animal, right? That's the premier class, heavy hitters, veterans. It's not this squirrely Wild West of the 250 lights or Supercross or even Moto or whatever we're calling it these days. I'll always call it Moto. But that's going to be something we're going to have to wait and see. I mean, if we even get this matchup, there's a big question mark really if we'll even get it at all. Because the reality is this. I got to thinking about this. And we asked it on the community page. We're going to cut over to some polling here in a minute. But, after what I just saw, I mean, first of all, Danger Boy's clearly up against it. He needs to come in first, win both motos, and have Joe finish third or worse than that. And that's a long shot. And I think he will show up. I mean, if I was a betting man, which I'm not, Bubba, but if I was stealing my lines, if I was.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, JS7. Make sure you subscribe to Walty Wanderers. Neck burn.
I would say Danger's showing up. But half of me wants to say there's probably a possibility. Can you imagine this? It would be gnarly. The industry would be bumped. And there's really no financial incentive for Danger. The winnings aren't even that important to him. Sure, whatever it is, it's significant money, but it's not much in the grand scope of things in terms of Danger Boy's net worth. For all the other riders, sure. But for Danger Boy, he could be like, you know what? I ain't showing up. You know what? I don't feel good. I'm going to sit it. I mean, this thing already has an asterisk around it because it's going to be a 5-round playoff instead of a 6. We're skipped a moto. They already got gypped. This thing's already got off to a horrible start. Now, a lot of people are like, and I've seen the other content creators and channels out there in media saying, thank you, Levi. Thank you, Levi, for making it interesting. And on one hand, he did.
I may go out and T-bone that fool again, Walty.
But on the other hand, it's kind of a little bit suspect. It's a little bit suspect for sure. Now, clearly, there was some lingering side effects from the spat that they had previously. And it goes a little deeper than just a little bit of online pissing match. It goes a little deeper. But the reality is this. Kitchen, he went in with a purpose. Now, again, for me, I think this was hard racing more than dirty. Now, I could be wrong. Only Levi knows for sure. I mean, in the heat of the battle, the adrenaline's up, the heart rate's going off the Richter scale. not uncommon for somebody to come in and try to chop block somebody. I mean, this is Moto, Gladiator Games, blood sport, Evel Knievel, Daredevil stuff, really, when you boil it all the way down. But there's another big question mark, and I asked it, and we're going to cut over here in a minute. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if one of these two riders sit out the last round. You would probably have to say Levi would sit it out first because he's probably the one with the bigger target on his back, because the danger at this point, if he isn't going to win this race, he's probably going to hunt down Levi and put him into the cheap seats if he can. Now, the other thing is, Levi's really got nothing really to race for other than a little pocket change that he could pull out of this. Now, because, I mean, it's super clear that Danger Boy is the fastest man on the track, right? But we see this is racing, anything can happen, and that's why we tune in every weekend. And there's been times when this stuff's happened and we've actually cheered. I can't remember if I cheered when this happened. I think I was more or less at a loss for words. Like, that just happened, bro. Like, it was a little bit different than that. But we asked it on the community page, a few questions. I'm going to cut over and take a look at some polling that you guys participated in, and then I'm going to meet back here and wrap it up. Let's get started.
Race fans, buckle up, strap in, roll up your windows, lock your doors, throw on an open face and a fresh pair of tear-offs, because the roost is about to fly. When asked on the Walty Wanderers community page of the YouTube channel, which rider is more likely not to show up for the final round of SMX? 14% of you said, bro, Danger might be a no-show, while 86% of you said, dude, Levi, if he's smart, he'll just stay home. Well, let's go ahead and jump into a little more polling and see if we can go a little deeper. The next poll comes in with, will Danger Boy Deegs win the SMX Playoff Super Duper Championships? 64% of you said, yup, he's going to go full send, baby, and start T-boning fools. While 36% of you said, nope, it's over, Danger Boy. Pack it in. Just leave that 250 at home. Go get your 450 and line it up against the Wonder Boy. At this point, it's over. Well, only time will tell for sure. Thanks to everybody who participated in the polling. Make sure you guys get a fresh pair of tear-offs. Jump into the comments because there's some barn burners in there, and the roost tends to fly. Now, let's jump back to the studio and wrap this one up.
All right, friends, welcome back. And there you go. And like I said, thanks to everybody who participated in that polling. Super appreciate it. Each and every one of you guys are the best. Best bench racing in moto happening right here on this page, in my humble opinion. But the reality is this. There's probably a bigger likelihood that Levi wouldn't show up for the last round. But don't be surprised. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, and it would just send shockwaves through the industry. If I was Danger Boy, what I'd say, not only am I not showing up to race this 250 final round, I don't even want to race that class next year. Give me my 450. I want to move up with the other riders. Based on what just happened to me, I don't even want to play games with these guys. Because that's the thing. With Danger Boy, he feels like he's wasting his time down there. Other than the fact that he got a huge payday and there's a bunch of money on the table. But really, he's just wasting time in the 250 class. Now, Levi, on the other hand. Levi, at this point, I could see him, because he did the same thing last year at the start of Supercross when he was supposed to do the West Coast Lights and go head-to-head with Danger, and then all of a sudden couldn't. And elected to go east instead. And that was a little suspect as well. So, I mean, it got me thinking. I know the percentage of likelihood's probably low. Chances are, like I said, Bubba, if I'm a betting man, my money's on both guys will be there. And the industry wants them there because this is going to be the biggest story going in. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, as a moto guy that wants to see you not only win on the track, off the track. Understand the waters you're swimming in now. They're shark infested. Levi, Danger Boy, welcome to the swimming pool. This is a big spin doctor moment for the industry. It wouldn't surprise me if one of you guys kibosh it by not showing up. It would be a huge kibosh for the industry. Now, for us, we want to see racing. We hope both you guys are there. Let the games begin. Let the blood sport commence. Get your Evel Knievel helmet on and pull a tear off and let the roost fly. That's exactly what we want to see. But clearly, something is about to come to a head, either this weekend, off season, are coming next season, and that's why Walty's going to be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way. Because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media link in the description of this video if you'd like to follow me there, or simply search up Walty Wanders MX on Instagram. If you enjoyed this video, you're going to love the next video. And there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Don't go over the bars. God bless. I'll see you on the next video.